Hey everyone, welcome back to All Things Dodgers. My name is Alan Ruiz. Let's get going with some series analysis.
Texas ball, left center field. On an 0-1. Hits one in time. Way back. Reyes fires. Swing and a drive. Deep left field.
Welcome back, Dodger fans. Again, my name is Alan Ruiz, and you are watching All Things Dodgers. If you haven't gotten a chance, please subscribe to my channel, leave a like on this video as well as others, click the notifications bell, and leave a comment down below on your thoughts about the Dodgers. Before we get into the recent Braves versus Dodgers series and analyzing that, let's do a test your knowledge question. It's going to be Braves related, and if you watch the 2020 postseason, you know the answer to this one. Here it is. Who hit the go-ahead home run in Game 7 of the 2020 National League Championship Series against the Braves that put the Dodgers over the edge to advance to the World Series? Was it A, Kike Hernandez, B, Cody Bellinger, C, Justin Turner, or D, Corey Seager? So we got some old Dodger names right there. 3 of those are not even on the Dodgers anymore, but if you watched the postseason 3 years ago, you will know the answer to this one. This is actually my favorite Dodgers moment, so stick around at the end of the video to find out the answer to this one. During our last video, we actually talked about Game 1 of the Dodgers series against the Braves, so we won't go into it very much. Dodgers did lose 8-7 against the Braves. Betts put up a good fight, hit 2 home runs, and almost helped the Dodgers overtake the Braves in that game and catch up to them, but overall they never caught up. Lance Lynn was given the loss in that game. Game 2, Braves also won this one as well, 6-3. Julio Urías was given the loss. He went 5 innings, allowed 5 earned runs and 3 home runs. Eventually, Kolten Wong, who made his first Dodgers appearance, he had a home run in his first Major League at-bat with the Dodgers. They recently acquired him from the Mariners. It wasn't enough to catch up to the Braves that game, but it was a nice thing to see from Wong. So Dodgers lose that one 6-3. Game 3 was another Braves win, 4-2. Good thing here is that Emmett Sheehan, who the Dodgers recently called up for September call-ups, he went 4 innings, only allowed 1 earned run, which was off of a home run by Acuna, of course, and he did rack up 6 strikeouts. So some good things from him. He may end up finding his way in the postseason roster as a bullpen piece or a rotation piece. We'll figure that out in a bit, but we're going to talk about that actually, is postseason rotation. We'll talk about that in a minute. We had some scoreless outings from the bullpen. Bullpen's been very strong. Shelby Miller, Ryan Brazier, Brusdar Graterol, and Evan Phillips all had clean outings that game until Vesia in the 10th inning, so extra innings, gives up a 3-run home run to shortstop for the Braves, Orlando Arcia, and Dodgers lose that game. Game 4, Dodgers salvaged some good from the series. They take this game 3-1. Bobby Miller is the star of this game. He went 7 innings. First time in his rookie season, in his Major League career, that he's gone through a full 7 innings. So congratulations to Bobby Miller. I was rooting for you. He gave up 3 hits only, 5 strikeouts, and only 1 earned run. Best outing of his career for sure. So I have 2 takeaways from this series. One of them is runners in scoring position. The Dodgers left a lot of men on base. They had opportunities, even bases loaded opportunities with less than 2 outs, I believe, if my memory serves me correctly. But the Dodgers just did not capitalize the way the Braves did. The Braves did rely a lot on the home run, which the Dodgers can do. Not a great idea to only rely on that, especially for the postseason when they will face strong pitchers, but they need an offense that's going to go toe-to-toe with these Braves, with such a potent lineup. So if you're going to be comparing the Dodgers to a team like that, you need to have an offense that's going to go step by step and really just meet them where they're at as far as the lineup. So runners in scoring position, that was the Dodgers' weakness last season. Ultimately, why they never advanced beyond the division series last year. They eventually lose to the Padres. And it was runners in scoring position that was the main weakness there. So hopefully the Dodgers can learn from their mistakes from last year and do a little better in this postseason. As far as the series against the Braves, didn't do great and they ended up losing the series. One guy that's going to really help that is going to be JD Martinez. So you might ask, why has he been out and where is he in the recovery process? So there's a hint. He is injured. He was put on the injured list with groin tightness. The expected return date for him is September 8th, so this week. The plan is to have him go on a rehab assignment with AAA Oklahoma City, the minor league team. And the goal is for him to join the team against the Nationals, which is the team the Dodgers will face after the Marlins. Starting September 8th is when they're hoping that Martinez will be back. He's going to be a big boost for this lineup for sure. What about starting pitching? That was my second takeaway. Ultimately, I think starting pitching is going to be what decides whether or not the Dodgers advance deep into the postseason. If we look at the Brave starters this series, Spencer Strider, who is a National League Cy Young candidate, he struck out 9 Dodgers, and overall, in that game, Dodgers struck out 14 times. The next day, left-hander Max Fried struck out 10 Dodgers. Game 2 total of strikeouts for the Dodgers was 13, so they struck out 3 more times after Fried was taken out. Those are not great numbers, especially against the starting pitchers. The Dodgers didn't get that many strikeouts from their starting pitchers. Lynn and Urías gave up a lot of home runs, so there's the difference there. If the Dodgers can match the Braves with pitching and starting pitching, then I think they have a very good chance at least evening up the series in the postseason, getting into a Game 7, an elimination game like that, and then eventually overtaking the Braves and passing them up to go to the World Series. So then, who will be the postseason rotation for the Dodgers? One of the guys that the Dodgers were planning on relying on a lot was left-handed starting pitcher Julio Urías. There was some news yesterday. I found out about it early morning yesterday, Monday on Labor Day. I'm going to be just picking out excerpts from an article by Juan Toribio, a Dodgers beat reporter, and this is what his article said as of yesterday. I'm going to be picking pieces apart from it. It says, Dodgers left-hander Julio Urías was arrested and charged with felony domestic violence on Sunday night. The Dodgers did make a statement, and this is in part what it said. While we attempt to learn all the facts, he will not be traveling with the team. The organization has no further comment at this time. So pause from the quote for now. That means he is not currently with the Dodgers team against this series against the Marlins or the upcoming series against the Nationals. Okay, continuing the quote from the article. Urías was released from a Los Angeles jail Monday morning on $50,000 bond and has a court date set for September 27. This marks the second time that Urías has been arrested on domestic violence charges. And now they're going to talk about how it was his first time in 2019, and this is what it says. Despite not being charged, Urías, 27, was still suspended 20 games without pay by Major League Baseball that season for violating the league's joint domestic violence, sexual assault, and child abuse policy. No player has been suspended twice under that policy since it was instituted by MLB in 2015. Urías will likely be, and that's where the quote ends. I think Urías will most likely be the second or the first player to be suspended twice under that policy. So he isn't with the team now. I don't think that Urías will pitch again this season. This is not a first-time offense, and when I first read this, I was speechless because obviously it is never the right time for this to happen. This should never happen. And I was thinking about how just without foresight this was. The team, the players are relying on him to be a force in the rotation in the postseason. So really he's letting his teammates down, which tells me a lot about Julio. And I'm just very disappointed. The Dodgers were looking good, and now they have this hole in their rotation. But overall, it's not a good look for Urías. I think it's his wife. I hope his wife is okay. It's not acceptable for any MLB player, for any human, especially not for a Dodger, someone who represents the Dodgers. Which means Urías will be a free agent this season, at the end of this season. I don't think the Dodgers should attempt to re-sign him. Not after this. I would thought they should, but not after this. Not after what is attached to him now with his name. I don't think the Dodgers should go after him. So I think that this last start against the Braves will be Urías' last start with the Dodgers. There's some concern there for the rotation. There's disappointment. So where do the Dodgers stand? As of right now, the rotation for the postseason is Clayton Kershaw, Lance Lynn, who has some trouble with giving up home runs, as we've seen with his last 2 starts against the Braves and Red Sox, then Bobby Miller, who has done amazing for the Dodgers but doesn't have postseason experience. On the injury side of things, Tony Gonsolin will not be making his return to the Dodgers this season. He's going to have Tommy John surgery. That was announced in August. Dustin May won't be back this season. He had an elbow surgery that was announced in July, and he won't be back. One guy that will be back, that you definitely should keep your eye on, that I'm keeping my eye on, is Walker Buehler. Walker Buehler has been an ace for the Dodgers. He was the 2022 opening day starter for them. He's definitely proven himself in tight spots, and especially in the postseason. And the plan for him is he underwent a second Tommy John surgery, which is why he's been out for a while now, for months. He actually already started his rehab assignment in the AAA minor league team. That was on Sunday. He went 2 innings, 2 strikeouts, pitched a total of 24 pitches. His fastball topped out at 96.1 miles per hour, and he threw a fastball, cutter, sinker, slider, curveball, just getting a pretty solid arsenal there, back on track. And the plan, according to Dave Roberts in a press conference today, is to build him up as a starter. Someone who can go 3 or 4 innings at least, and then maybe someone like Ryan Yarbrough can finish the rest of the way for him. Roberts said today that what happened with Urías will not expedite Buehler's rehab or affect his timetable for returning to the team. The Dodgers just want him to be back healthy. So hopefully there is no kind of setback, because the Dodgers really do need Buehler back for the postseason. Buehler will make a start on Friday, another 2 innings, and then another start after that. After that third start, the Dodgers will have a conversation with him to see if he's ready to rejoin the team. Now, at the time of this recording, the Dodgers are actually playing the Marlins in Miami. Clayton Kershaw took the mound today against pitcher Jesus Luzardo. Tomorrow will be Lance Lynn versus a TBD pitcher for the Marlins. And then Game 3 to close out the series. It was going to be Urías' spot in the rotation. It'll be TBD now for the Dodgers versus Marlins pitcher Braxton Garrett. Now, we're time to revisit our test or knowledge question. Here it was, who hit the go-ahead home run in Game 7 of the 2020 National League Championship Series against the Braves that allowed the Dodgers to advance to the World Series that year? A. Kike Hernandez, B. Cody Bellinger, C. Justin Turner, or D. Corey Seager? The answer is B. Cody Bellinger. Cody was actually my favorite Dodger. When I first started watching the Dodgers, which was not too long ago. I've learned a lot since then, but he was my first favorite. I still have some bias toward him. I wish he was still a Dodger, but happy to see him doing well with the Cubs. That's my favorite Dodger moment, is his go-ahead home run in that Game 7. Well, thank you everybody so much for watching. Please let me know down in the comments, what do you think of the whole Urías situation? What do you think about the Dodgers postseason rotation? And do you think that they can compete with big teams like the Braves that have a potent lineup and a strong rotation as far as the starting pitching? So please let me know. Please, if you haven't gotten the chance, subscribe to my channel, leave a like on this video, and click the notifications bell. Last thing, for those of you who know, I did interview some people at the Dodger game recently. I had a great time meeting all of you and talking to all of you, and I am working on the video. I'm considering splitting it up into 3 different sections, but I have those interviews, I have the clips that I want. Thank you so much to all of you who participated and allowed me to talk to you, and we had some great conversations. So thank you so much. The video's on the way, so please click the notifications bell and subscribe to my channel. That way you don't miss your interviews and those videos from my recent Dodger Stadium visit. Thank you everybody for watching again. Go Dodgers! My name is Alan Maurice, and I will see you next time on the next episode of All Things Dodgers.